Hi friends, my name is Alena Shautsova. I'm an immigration attorney from New York. In today's video, we will be discussing what happens after you have a removal order. What's going to happen to you? Are you going to be picked up and sent home? Do you still have a chance to fix your status in the United States? Or do you have any other options? So thank you very much for joining. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Alena Shautsova, practicing immigration attorney from New York. I help people not only in New York, but all over the country and overseas. If you need to reach my office, please call 917-885-2261, or you can book your appointment on my website, shautsova.com. By the way, the website contains a lot of free information that may help you to find some helpful tips and to start your research on your immigration issue. So let's start. Hi guys, many of you are asking as to what to do and if anything is possible to do after you already have an order of removal. So I decided to give you a gift and give you this free consultation. Again, it's general advice, but it's a free consultation before Thanksgiving 2023, so that just it will make your guys' life a little bit easier in your research as to what happens after you have an order of removal. First of all, I need to tell you that we're discussing orders of removal from immigration court. These are not orders of removal that you receive at the border due to expedited removal proceedings. So, first of all, for you to for sure have an order of removal, it must be final. Order of removal becomes final typically if both parties waived the appeal at the hearing, if you did not show up to court, for example, and you have a default order of removal, did not file a motion to reopen within allocated time, if you lost your appeals, for example, or 30 days passed and you didn't do anything after the order was issued. So first of all, you have to have, in order to be deported from the United States, your order of removal has to be final. Very important. Now, will you be deported right away? Not usually, unless you are detained, and even if you are detained, the government usually has to spend significant time vacating your passport, booking your flights, and so on and so forth. For non-detained people, guys, the truth is that the government just does not have resources to deport you right away. Hence, in the United States, I think there are thousands, if not maybe millions of people with orders of removal on paper, but those people are still in the United States. And guess what? If this is your situation that you do have an order of removal, which is final, you still may have a chance to fix your immigration situation if certain conditions are met. Well, first of all, you may qualify for a motion to reopen. Motion to reopen typically must be filed within 90 days of the order of removal, sometimes sooner depending on the circumstances, sometimes later depending on the circumstances, but even years later, one may be able to file motion to reopen. For example, they're trying to reopen asylum proceedings and there is a significant change in country conditions. Maybe now they qualify for a new relief that previously was not available. You can still file a motion to reopen, sua sponte. Maybe something else significant happens. There is a significant change in your life. Consult with an attorney to see if you may be able to benefit from a motion to reopen. Certain applications for relief may be filed even if your order of removal is intact, because you just can proceed before USCIS. For example, you are an arriving alien, you can still file adjustment of status even if you have an order of removal against you with USCIS, or potentially you may file for something such as U visa, T visa, VAWA benefits that will open a path for you even if you have an order of removal for adjustment of status. Most likely you will need motion to reopen in those cases. The point is, if there is a change in your circumstances, very often you will be able to fix your situation even if you have a final order of removal. What if there is a change in your circumstances and you consulted with an attorney and prospects of having that motion to reopen granted are slim, but now you have, let's say, a US citizen child who is 21 years old and or US citizen spouse, parents residing here in legal status, perhaps you may qualify for a waiver, guys. So that's another route that some of you with final motions to reopen may take to fix status, but usually waivers mean you will have to leave the United States, depart and come back after you receive your immigrant visa. Finally, if none of this, 2, 3, 4 works for you, right? But you need to stay in the United States even though you have a final order or removal, there is something called administrative stay. Application for administrative stay can be filed directly with ICE, where you beg them not to deport you because of your health conditions, ties with the community, family ties, employment ties, any other good reason you can come up with. Perhaps you're still working on figuring out 2, 3, and 4. Maybe some other interesting points popped up that you can figure out. Administrative stay removal will stop, if granted, physical removal from the United States and will give you time to fix your status in the United States. Interesting fact about administrative stay removal is that if it's granted, you can receive a work permit. So imagine that there are people in the United States with final orders of removal who are still residing in the United States physically and have legal work permits. So as you see, final order of removal may not be the end, but just the beginning of your immigration journey in the United States. If you do have it, consult with an attorney to see if you can still fix your situation.